Dear students, in this unit we will learn what is directing, what is leadership, what is motivation, what is communication. First and foremost, let me tell you what is directing involving. Directing एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है जिसके जरिए एक मैनेजर, एक लीडर अपने सबॉर्डिनेट्स या अपने टीममेट्स के बिहेवियर को इन्फ्लुएंस करता है ताकि वो अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट दें ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के गोल्स की अचीवमेंट के लिए. न्यूमैन एंड वैरन have defined directing as a step that a manager takes to get the subordinates and others to carry out the plans. That means whatever has been planned now has to be executed. And the manager has to play a role so as to see that the people carry out the plans. It involves achievement of goals by aligning them with individual goals. Let me tell you all the elements which comprise this vital function of directing. It includes motivation, it includes leadership, it includes communication, also involves conflict management, empowerment and discipline. The students, जो डायरेक्टिंग का फंक्शन है ये बहुत कॉम्प्रीहेंसिव फंक्शन है और मैनेजर अपनी लाइफ का कंसिडरेबल टाइम इस फंक्शन को एग्जीक्यूट करते हुए बिताता है. इस फंक्शन की वाइटैलिटी, इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस क्यों है? यही एक फंक्शन है जिसके जरिए ए मैनेजर ट्रांसफॉर्म्स ए ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल इनटू ए वेरी इंटीग्रेटेड टीम that is focused on a common goal. It is through this function that manager is able to develop and maintain the commitment of the employees for a common cause. And this very function ensures that the employees willingly play their part for the achievement of the goals of the organization, and a manager can be termed to be effective if he aligns the individual goals with the achievement of the organizational goals. इसका मतलब है कि अगर एक इंडिविजुअल के अपने गोल्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल्स को अचीव करते हुए अचीव होते हैं तो वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के गोल्स को अचीव करने के लिए अपना बेस्ट पॉसिबल एफर्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को देता है. डायरेक्टिंग का फंक्शन इसलिए भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि ये रिसर्च के थ्रू ऑब्जर्व किया गया है कि सबऑर्डिनेट्स they start behaving in a manner in which the manager actually perceives about them. That means some manager will get a very good work from the same subordinate which will not perform that well under a different manager. So that means different subordinates can give different performance under two different managers because of the different ways in which they direct those employees. If this function is so very important, then how should the managers direct their employees? What are the principles of effective directing? Number 1 is creating high performance expectations. That means एक manager employees को ये feeling दे कि उनसे बहुत high performance expect की जाती है और वो capable हैं उस high performance को deliver करने के लिए. If a manager wants to direct his employees very effectively, he has to focus both on outcome, that is the output, as well as the process which is leading to the output. Directing का तीसरा major principle है to develop engagement in the employees. Employees should treat the organization as their family. They should feel a part of the business and they should develop a sense of ownership. जब एक employee के मन में ये भावना आएगी तो वो अपने आप एक motivated behavior display करेगा. एक अच्छी डायरेक्टिंग देने के लिए एक मैनेजर के लिए यह भी जरूरी है कि वो एक ओपन चैनल ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन मेंटेन करें. इसका मतलब है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के एम्प्लॉइज फ्री महसूस करें अपने कंसर्न्स, अपने इश्यूज मैनेजर के साथ डिस्कस करने के लिए. और अच्छी डायरेक्टिंग करने के लिए यह भी जरूरी है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉलोज एम्प्लॉई सेंट्रिक पॉलिसीज and align the employee goals with the organizational goals. Let us now move to the first element, a very critical element of directing function, that is motivation. Students, इससे पहले कि I describe and define motivation, I must share with you कि human beings के अंदर immense potential है. वो बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, लेकिन ये एक unfortunate truth है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ग्रुप का पार्ट होते हुए वो अपने इस पोटेंशियल का बहुत ही लिमिटेड पार्ट यूज करते हैं। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये इंश्योर कर सकता है कि वो अपने एम्प्लॉइज को एनकरेज करे कि वो अपना मैक्सिमम कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को दें, और इसी को हम मोटिवेशन का नाम देते हैं। दैट मीन्स मोटिवेशन एक ऐसा मैनेजरियल प्रैक्टिस है जिसके थ्रू वी कैन एनहांस द प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ द एम्प्लॉइज। मोटिवेशन involves getting people committed and keeping them excited till the goal is achieved. Let me explain these 3 things. The first is motivation involves getting people committed. That means the organization and the leaders have to ensure that the people are committed. And secondly, they have to ensure that they remain excited about the achievement of the goals till the goal is achieved. So the managers can achieve this by doing things which they hope will satisfy the desires of the employees. For example, an employee wants a new phone, an employee wants a new car, an employee wants a home. So, if a manager links the achievement of the organizational goals with the acquisition of these personal goals, the employee is likely to develop a strong sense of contribution towards organizational goals. Hence, we have learnt very important aspect कि motivation linked है with the needs of the employees. So if the employee has to be motivated, the organization has to ensure that the needs of the employees are linked with the organizational needs, and the achievement of the individual needs is related and proportional to the achievement of the organizational goals. Students, you might be surprised to learn about what are the advantages of motivated behavior. The first and the major advantage is that it has a very positive impact on the productivity and achievement of the goals. Secondly, it is very easy to deal with motivated employees, and they contribute great deal of effort even if their leader or the manager is not present. So their behavior does not change when their leader is not present. A motivated employee feels self-satisfaction and he is happy while doing the job, and this happiness leads to better results. Motivated employee loves to come to job, so there is a lower level of absenteeism. Motivated employee wants to continue with the same organization, so there is a lower turnover. And whenever the organization wants to introduce a change, it is easy when the employees are motivated because they are open for new ideas. On the other hand, अगर एम्प्लॉइज डीमोटिवेटेड हों तो वो हर तरह की चेंज को रेजिस्ट करेंगे. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन टू यू अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थ्योरी ऑफ मोटिवेशन which was given by Abraham Maslow in 1943, and by his name this theory is known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. Students, according to this theory, the human needs, they follow a hierarchy. Hierarchy means that they follow a certain level by level system, and an employee is likely to be satisfied by a job if his particular level of the needs are met by the organization, and there is a step-by-step approach towards the different needs. Maslow gave 5 levels of the needs. The first level of needs is physiological needs. Physiological needs means the basic needs जिनके जरिए एक इंसान का एग्जिस्टेंस इंश्योर होता है, उसकी लाइफ इस प्लैनेट पे सस्टेन्ड रह सकती है, जैसे कि फूड, वाटर, शेल्टर, स्लीप. जब तक एक इंसान की फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड्स मीट नहीं होती, उसके लिए बाकी की नीड्स बेमाना रहती हैं. जब एक इंसान की फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड्स पूरी होती हैं, then he moves to the second level of needs, that is security and safety needs. Students, let me explain to you the difference between physiological and safety needs. Physiological needs focus on today. That means my food is ensured for today and I know that I have a shelter for today. But I want the shelter for me to be there tomorrow. I want that the food should be available for me tomorrow as well. So that means I want to make sure that I do not only have a safe present, but I also feel security about the future as well. So I have to ensure as an employee that not only my current needs with respect to my existent are met, but the future are also taken care. Maslow believed that until or unless the physiological and the safety needs of the human beings are satisfied, the other needs will not motivate the individuals. Now, let me share with you the third level of the needs of the employees. Once an employee feels that he has his physiological needs met, he feels that he is secure and safe in future, he moves to third level, that is called social needs. He wants love from others. He wants to be accepted by others. And he wants to feel that wherever, in whichever group he is existing, he is recognized as an effective member of that group. So he wants to be respected by the group in which he is there. So those are the needs of affiliation and acceptance. He wants to wear the clothes which his social group is wearing. He wants to display a behavior which is displayed by his group. Once an individual's basic needs, safety needs, and social needs are met, now he wants to be respected. He wants some degree of a power position. He wants to attain some status or prestige in the society and wants to be a respected member of the society. And the last level of the needs of employees or the individuals is self-actualization. In self-actualization, the individual wants to do something which he feels he is really competent to do and he really wants to do it in his life. That means वो अपनी लाइफ में वो करना चाहता है जिसको करके उसको सबसे ज्यादा खुशी महसूस हो. जैसे कि हम देखते हैं बड़े लीडर्स आफ्टर दे हैव अटेन्ड वेरी हाई सक्सेस they start writing a book or they start writing a poetry because they always wanted to be writing a book or composing the poems. This is giving them the highest level of satisfaction. So, Maslow described that if a manager knows that what are the current level of needs of his employees, he can devise the motivational strategy according to the levels of the needs of the employees. If a manager's current need is need of esteem, then he can give them some position power. If his current need is of safety, then he can give them something which ensures his safety. And if a manager has attained the esteem need, then the leaders can look into the self-actualization needs of the employees. Hence, students, this fundamental theory of motivation has guided the entire research and has formed the foundation of the research on the discipline of motivation, where the needs are linked with the motivational strategy for the employees or the members of the group. Let me take you to a very interesting aspect of motivation.